Welcome to Child Development 2. I know we're not actively starting classes until the 8th, 17th, got to think 4, 11, 18th of January, but I'm going to go ahead and post the course so that those of you who are getting things organized can start and get organized from the very beginning. If you have some slack time, you can certainly get a jump start on child development if you so wish to. So we're going here to cyc112, Adolescent Development. We'll click open and we will start taking a look at the course. As last year, every week, I will post an announcement here on the announcement board so we know what we're doing and what we're up to date with. Also, the fact that we have, we're looking at big ideas. We have 4 big ideas, and within each big idea, we have 3 topics. And so we'll spend 3 to 4 weeks in each big idea as we move through. Our regular drop-in gatherings will be Monday mornings from 9:30 to 10:30 for those of you who are available to drop by or prefer to do that part of it. Then definitely that's an opportunity to be there. So you have the gatherings listed as well as, I do believe, I think we'll take a look quickly at it. Yes, the link is here right on the calendar. So anytime that any of us have lost the link, we can find it. It's on the calendar. So let's take a look at the content section. In the content section piece, a really brief piece on the overview, looking at what we're doing just generally. I want to draw your attention to the 2 major assignments here. Mandatory, that's required by all students. Everybody does it. How they do it is their own beat and rhythm, but everybody does it. Worth 30 points. Your choice assignment is totally up to you in terms of how you choose and what capacity you want to do. If you're already comfortable with the VIU system, by all means, you can skip over the first module so that you don't need to spend some time going back through it. Doesn't hurt. I mean, now that you have a base level of information, it's kind of neat to go through it and learn some other things that you can do within the VIU learning system. Totally up to you. Proposed weekly schedule. You can definitely see that our schedule is listed and gives you an idea. This is a website page, but if you want a printable one, I can definitely put that back. Gives you an idea of what we're doing, when we're doing. VIU study dates are assigned so that way you know what's happening within the calendar and gives us an end flow to our calendar. Let's go back to the table of contents. Take a look at the learning tasks and assessment pieces. So the overview for the assignments gives you an idea of what we're doing. It's about a process, and so we want to make sure that we're all taking time to process the information. Course engagement. So you're either coming to Zoom and contributing to the conversations. We'll be doing things in smaller groups this semester and having more conversations between us rather than from me to you. So I'm hoping that it's more engaging and more involved in it. You need to show up and you need to be active. So if you respond to we'll look at the discussion questions both on Zoom and on the discussion board. And so the challenge is to expand that question and expand peer thinking and pose a question that challenges some of that thinking as well. And so I will be more present on the discussion board and hopefully less of a voice on the Zoom session pieces. That's worth 30 points of your class. And that's totally up to you how you sort of want to put that into what effort you're putting into getting that 30 points. The optional learning tasks is a menu. It's a buffet. We have to work up to 70 points. How you get to 70 points, totally up to you. So you could do 10 small assignments, the reading rooms, and so if you choose a maximum of 7, that will be 70 points. Or you could choose a combination of some 15-point assignments or some 20-point assignments, some 30-point assignments, some 35 points. So could I do three of these? That would be 30 points for that and one 30-point research piece? Sure. What if I really like this really big 35-point one, but I only need 30 points? Well, we can adjust the numbers and we can adjust the topics. Some of you might want to do a 20-point one, but you want to do a little bit more work in it, so it might be worth 30 points. So you have control over what you're doing, how you're doing it, and how you want to focus on it, as long as they add up to 70 points. And so that's the important piece for you to know that you determine how much work you're going to do and what you're going to do in order to get to that point of it. And we'll go back to the table of contents just to show you the layout a little bit. It's a little bit different from our first course this semester. So let's go into the first week, which is growth and development. Our first week is going to spend so the idea of growth and development, we're going to spend 3 weeks in here building a community of learners. So we're going to do some review of development. We're going to do some review of the terms and domains, and we're also going to do a bit of a review on growth and development and how it occurs. And so there are discussion postings for each one of those. Again, totally your choice what you participate in terms of the discussion choices each week on the discussion board, and we'll bring all of this to the Zoom conversations as well, so that our Zoom conversations become more conversations and less teaching oriented, because it's really important that you're spending the time actually finding the knowledge and building on the knowledge within the course. Each page is set up the same way, looking at the key topic, the resources to draw on, the content information, and the learning task and what's happening within the Dropbox. That's how it's going to unfold. I cannot underline enough the importance of spending some time in the first few weeks, whether before the class begins or after the class starts, but in the first few weeks of the active class at least, go over the detailed options so that you know what you're doing and what your choices are, because by the second week of the classes, I want to know what your plan is. So you're going to have to sit down and create a plan about what you're doing, and fill in the plan accordingly, or keep it on your part of it. So the mandatory part is up to me. I keep track of what you're doing, and I will record it within the grading choices. The choices is up to you, are up to you. What are you going to do? How many are you going to do? And when are you going to submit it? Look at your calendar, figure out what all your other courses need, and then you can plan your submission dates for the work that you want to do. Again, totally your choice on how you build up those points. Welcome to Child Development 2, tweens and teens and young adults. What are they up to?